And we're back. Today, we're playing Old School Essentials, the classic retro clone of the basic expert rule set from Dungeons & Dragons. We're going to be exploring Barrow Maze, continuing the adventures of our heroes that you guys have come to know oh so well over the past couple of years. A quick little scan through. We have Parman the magic user. He has prepared 1 sleep and 1 magic missile. We have Pandaloom the illusionist. He has prepared 2 chromatic orbs. We have Godfrey, who I decided would be a better fit in the B group. He's level 4. He blends better with the level 2s and 3s. We have Elric Holliver, a level 2 knight, also an elf. We have Buckleberry, the level 3 thief. And Hughie, our level 3 cleric, who did level up last session, plus Bones number 2. We've had a string of just really bad luck with our war dogs, but with our war dog, and I promised you guys, I read the comment section, I know. If we encounter any undead randomly, we will not be surprised because Bones is present. I hear your requests, and I am listening. Let's look a little bit at our Barrow map. This is the map of all of the surface level barrows. And since we had a death of our druid, Ruby May, that was brutal, we have split the teams into groups of 2. Now, what that means is the original team was going to be clearing the back, and the higher level team is going to be clearing the mid to south area. But we've divided them into 2 now, and so what we have to do is we have to go back and back clear with some mid-level and low-level guys. And so what we're gonna do, we started last session, we cleared out and took control of the harpy lair. And so we have a permanent base in the Barrow Maze, but our other team needs to catch up. So they're gonna come up here, they're gonna back sweep through, clear out some of these barrows, and then join the other team in the barrow. And then we're gonna do part 2, where we're going to look at what was the high level team doing during those days. And we're gonna be down in the Barrow Maze, clearing out rooms. So we have a double feature today. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get started. The adventurers start here at 6 a.m. They leave from Helix, and then they get to the starting point at 8 a.m. And every 4 squares is 1 hour. We are heading up to this covered barrow number 14 is what it's labeled as long as we don't encounter anything undead that wants to eat us in the morning light. Every 2 hours in Barrow Maze, you need to make a random monster check when you're exploring the surface level. So, oh, we do have an encounter, and it was back here halfway through. What do we encounter? Levels 1 to 5 during the day. Here's our encounter table. It's a D6. We hit 3, which tells us, oh, it's Tomb Raiders. There are 2d4 plus 4 of these humanoid guys. And you know what? We do have a sleep spell prepared just for this exact scenario. So we have 6 plus 4, we have 10 of these fellows. And let's see if we or they are surprised. So they will be the red. We are the green. Neither of us are surprised, so we encounter each other on the road. Let us see what is their reaction to us. 10, they're mostly positive to us, so that's actually really good, because also we have to keep in mind that our team leader, let's see, does Parman actually have a modifier? No, Parman doesn't have a charisma modifier, but 10 is still mostly friendly. And so how about this? These guys are adventurers, and they're going to share with us some meta knowledge that we as players wouldn't know without them. And so how about we look ahead just a little bit and see what could they share with us. Oh, you know what they can do? They can tell us about one of these barrows that we're going to adventure in today and tell us what's inside, like a terrible monster. So we are starting at 14, but that one's covered. They wouldn't know what's in there. This one's P for plunder. They might know that one. That one's 22. The pillaged crypt. The coverstone to this mound has been broken into pieces. Booted footprints can be found near the entrance. The interior of the mound, roughly 40 by 40, is littered with bone debris, and the chamber has been hastily searched. There's nothing of value. Okay, so they're going to save us some time. I think that actually makes sense, because they wouldn't know the covered mound, because it's sealed up. But they would know this one, because P means plundered. They are actually the ones that maybe took everything from there, and they say, guys, look, save yourselves some time. We cleared out number 22, which is this one. There's nothing to find. Don't waste your time. And that is how you can use random encounters plus reaction rolls to create a story for yourself. We didn't know what was going to happen. It could very well have been skeletons trying to eat us, or tomb robbers that are aggressive and wanted to fight us and take our magic items. So using the reaction roll coupled with the random encounter creates a dynamic experience for you as the dungeon master / player at the table. We make our way here at 11 o'clock. Now, covered tombs. These things they're not open, and they actually take quite a lot of time for us to uncover them. So using the men-at-arms that we're going to be bringing to the camp over here to reinforce these soldiers, we can reduce the amount of time that it will take to uncover and dig this up, but they will never join us in the adventure down in the dungeons. So looking at the rules here for excavation of covered mounds, we can see it takes 3d4 plus 4 hours, and we can reduce it by the number of men. Now we have 20 men-at-arms that are going to be helping us dig, and so we can get the number way down. Also, we have our own team. And so it would take 4 plus another 3, 7. So a total of 11 hours. Now we're gonna reduce that way down to, it says minimum of 2 hours. So from 11 to 12, 12 to 1. At 12 o'clock, we do need to have a random monster check because we're making a lot of noise. And guess what? Once again, we do have a random monster. We're gonna look over here at the D6 table. We have 6 coffer corpses, 1d2. Now these guys have messed us up in the past. They scare away our troops and make things really terrible for us. And so as we see them, let's see how far away are they. Oh, they're not terribly far away. Is our team surprised? We are way too busy digging. All of our soldiers are scared. We're looking away for just a moment, and these coffer corpses are going to descend upon our heroes. We are going to lose the initiative. They're going to get a free round of attacks on us. Let's pull up the coffer corpse stat block so we can see what's about to happen. So it says there's 1d2. So 1, 2, 3 means there's 1. There's only 1 of them, and it is going to get the drop on my team. Now it looks like a regular zombie, but it turns at a 7 hit die. After taking 4 points of damage, it will collapse and appear defeated, but it's actually not, because it will have 2d8 hit die. Only magic weapons, it has 7 hit points. Only magic weapons actually do any damage, and as it stands up again, there's a 50% chance that like the people will get scared and then just drop their weapons and run away using the fear spell. We did find the fear spell since the last time we encountered this. It's a level 1 spell. It's a cleric spell. It's called like remove fear, and then you can do the inverse, which is cause fear. So yeah, we don't like these guys. We don't want to lose our army, but it is going to get the drop on us. We have 7 potential targets on our team here. Using marching orders, that's how we'll determine who gets hit. Bones is a potential target. We have 6. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's against Parman. All right, so we have an attack roll against Parman, a surprise attack round against Parman. AC 7, he does have a +1 ring of protection. All right, we have a THAC 0 here. So let's see, a 7 is not gonna be enough to hit Parman because, yeah, it doesn't even show up on the table. To hit Parman, he would have needed a 12. So he lunges at us, and now we're gonna go to initiative. Hopefully we can get the drop on this guy and we can destroy him before he has a chance to do anything. We do get to go first, all right, so that's great. We didn't prepare any spells, but that's okay because my team actually, they all have magic weapons, and so we're gonna surround this thing and we're just gonna make a whole lot of attacks. So we're just gonna roll all these dice together, and the war dog will attack as well, but even if he hits, it won't do any damage. All right, do we have any hits? Okay, it looks like this could be a hit, this could be a hit. And I don't think anything else could even remotely be close, which is really disappointing, honestly. Yeah, it looks like just these 2 are gonna be able to hit this thing. It has an AC of 7. Oh, no, we have potentials. Okay, so with Buckleberry's +2, because he gets a strength of 1 and then his bastard sword also gives him another 1. He will hit with a total of 13. Parman will hit with a total of 15. And Elric will hit with a total of 15 as well. So we're gonna do some damage here. We're not gonna go quietly into the good night. So let's roll a little bit of damage here. Let's see if we don't have to get scared away. All we need to do is just not lose our troops at the sight of this creature that we thought was dead coming back up. So as long as we're not like rolling terribly, we should do okay here. Oh yeah, we do way more than enough with our magic weapons to destroy this creature and get a little bit of XP from him. But now this mound has been uncovered. It is 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and we are going to descend into the dark depths to see what treasures await us. We have the bathing crypt. The entrance to this ancient mound will need to be excavated. The crypt is dry and the doors are made of wood. Okay. A 10-foot staircase descends into the entrance chamber of this crypt. All the doors in this chamber are locked. Okay, so we need to be able to pick the lock. So we're just gonna put a little dot here so we can remember that. These doors are locked or we'll have to smash them down. There are 2 pools in this room filled with dark, peated colored water. Okay, so that's these 2 pools. The pools radiate magic if detected. Partially ruined frescoes on the wall depict people removing their clothes and entering the pools. Disrobing and bathing in one pool reduces the intelligence of the character by 1 point permanently. However, bathing in both pools restores the previous point of intelligence and increases the charisma of the bather by 2 points to a maximum of 18. This happens only once. So we have some smart fellas on our team. We have 2 guys with intelligence 16. This is an excellent opportunity for us to use our skill check system. So as long as we can get 16 or under, one of our 2 smart guys is gonna understand what these frescoes mean. Maybe they read about it in a book about this ancient magic pool that would allow them to increase their stats. If we fail, we are not messing with this magic. One of us know it's Pandaloom and he explains it. I think that it should go to Parman though, because he is the leader of this group. And so let's see, what's his, he's chaotic though. I don't know. Would the chaotic illusionist share that information? I don't think he would. No. And so what's gonna happen is our charisma here is gonna go up to 11. He's gonna dip himself in the pool. He's not going to share any information with the team, and sadly, it's going to cost the team a charisma modifier because if he would have gotten it, it would have gone to 13. But the alignment of our illusionist, he's selfish. It's Pandaloom, the illusionist. There's no way he's going to allow somebody else to reap the benefits of this magic pool, especially if it's only one time. And so this is an opportunity for us to look at how alignment can affect the story, even though we know that what mechanically would be better is for Parman to get it. Now we have some animosity on the team. Parman, the team leader, the former retainer turned leader, is now furious with Pandaloom for having kept this secret. Next up, we have 3 potential rooms, so we're gonna roll a d6 and then determine. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're gonna go to the left here and we're gonna have Buckleberry do a little bit of reconnaissance for us. So he's our thief and he can listen at doors at a 1 or a 2 and have a success. So he doesn't hear anything. Whatever's on the other side could potentially surprise us. Now, he's gonna try to open the locks. He needs a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 for a success. He does succeed, unlocks the door. Now let's read a little bit. Oh, does he want to check for traps? Yeah, let's look for traps as well. Finding treasure traps. He does succeed. So if there is a trap, we'll find it. Let's come over here. A broad jeweled goblet rests on a pedestal in the center of this room. Inside the goblet is a sickly green substance. It's a green slime, not green slime again. Oh, this stuff is the worst. It's made of gold and worth 345. Okay, so we have encountered green slime. If you guys are a fan of the channel, you know how terrible and how much we hate green slime. So we're going to be careful with it. We're not going to let it touch our skin, and we're going to fling it out. Now, do we have any means of cleansing the cup of this terrible slime? Let's see. I'm not seeing anything here. So I think what we're going to do is just use our torch and just burn out the inside of it and get the treasure that way. Having experienced these things before, we are not gonna let this stuff mutate our skin. Now we're gonna come over here. We have evens odds. Where do we wanna go? Evens odds. We're gonna come over to room number 5. So let's see if we can unlock the door. We can. Let's see if there's any traps. If there are, we will find it. Let's go to checkout 5. There are 8 single-sided crypts set off the main chamber of this room. In the center of the room are 2 wooden golems. Oh, HP 15 and 10. Carved in the likeness of men with antlered heads. So that is a reference to the Green Man, the god of this setting, one of the ancient Anarok gods of this setting. The statues face each other and have their hands raised above their heads. If one of the crypts is disturbed, which it will be, we're here to reap all of their benefits of their buried treasure, or they are harmed, they will attack. Each side crypt contains a rotting wood sarcophagus with the effigy of the dead cut into the lid. One in the likeness of a knight, and that has a shield, and the other with a shield maiden with a winged helm +1. So these are some magic items that we absolutely want. So we need to go to the golem section and read about wood golems. So here we have the golem section in Old School Essentials on page 62 and 63. We need both because first here is the just initial explanation. They can only be harmed by magic. They cannot be put to sleep or use hold or charm. And making these things is a very complex process. Now we're going to come over here to wood golem, and we've got their AC is 7. They have 11 hit points each. They attack with 1d8 damage. That's quite a bit. And they have a -1 to penalty to their initiative due to them just like being made of stiff wood, and they have a negative to save against fire. I don't think anybody in our team has fire except for our torches, which we could use. Our team sees these massive wooden structures. We are a little cautious. Our guys are experienced. We're not noobs completely, and so we form up in our ranks. We advance on these things. I think it's okay if we prepare one of our spells, which is Chromatic Orb. This could actually be very useful to us because we have a ruby. Sadly, I was thinking it was fire. It's actually just a heat effect, which will give it a -2 to its attack roll, saves, and AC. I still like that, but the creature needs to fail a saving throw for that to even go into effect. So I think we're gonna hold off on that spell. Not quite what we were expecting or wanting. So now we're going to roll initiative. Let's see who goes first. Neither team will be surprised. We're looking at these giant statues. So even with the -1, the giant statues are going to go first, and they are going to come in swinging. Let's say one of them will attack Elric and one of them will attack Godfrey. We'll have the purple, oh, you know what? We can just use our color coding. All right, here we go. The bad guys are about to attack. Here we go. All right, so we have, Elric is safe, but we have what looks like it's going to be a hit against Godfrey. Let's look at the numbers. He does have a -1 on his AC. On a attack roll of 16, that is actually not enough. He will need an 18 on the die to hit Godfrey. So they come in, these giant wooden creatures try to crush, but they are unable to attack because our team brings up their shields, they're prepared and ready. Now we are going to go to combat on our team's side. We do have a ranged attack. It's a +1 dagger of throwing. Pandaloom will not be attacking because he's not going to get in close. So this is our only ranged attack coming in. 13 is not bad. +2 for a total of 15 on the die. A 15 on the die hits AC 4. These creatures have AC 7, so we do have a hit. And then the dagger magically reappears back in Parman's hand. for a total of 2 points of damage. These guys each have 11, so any scratch that you can put on the creature is, it is helpful. Now, we've got the Rod of Parrying and the Azure Serpent Blade. So let's get some melee attacks in there. You know, our thief, Buckleberry, he actually can get in an attack, but let's see if he can sneak and do so without being noticed, because that's his whole game. His whole game is got to be hidden. So he has a very small chance of move silently, a 1 in 6. He doesn't do it, but he doesn't know that he's not moving silently. So he's gonna move around to the back of this creature and he's gonna go for an attack. He will not be receiving the bonus of backstab because he was unsuccessful at moving silently or hiding in the shadows. We do have 3 attacks coming in. Terrible, absolutely just garbage. Let's see here. We do have a +2 to this, so that's a 13 on the die. Hits AC 6, which is a strike. So we're gonna do a D6 +3 of damage. Nice, 9 damage. Okay, that's 11 damage. Actually, with that damage, that is enough to destroy one of these the ropes that are tying and binding these golems of wood together. Just gets split and the different logs and branches start to fall off of it. It crashes to the ground. We have 1 down, 1 to go. Now we're going to go to the top of the round. We are still not going to be casting any spells. We go first. Let's roll all of our attacks at once, even though technically the dagger will be going off first. The dagger is going to miss. Elric's gonna miss. Godfrey's gonna miss. But we do have our little guy, Buckleberry, is going to hit with a 19 on the die. Let's see if he's successful. He has a 1 in 6 chance of like moving in the shadows or moving silently. He's unable to get the bonus damage, but he will get a total of 3 plus 3 on the die. He does 6 damage to this second dude. Quite a bit, but now it's that golem's turn. And you know what? I think he's gonna have to go after Buckleberry. Buckleberry has an AC of 3. Oh, but the golem rolls only a 2? Terrible attack roll. We're gonna go to the top of the round. Oh, with the -1, we actually do not have a tie here, and we go first. Let's roll all of our attacks at once. Hopefully we can do just a little bit better. Come on, guys. This is an 11, which 11 on the die plus his 2. That's a 13. That's a AC 6. That is a hit. We finally have a miss. Oh, boo, boo, boo. We have a crit. We've got a lot of damage coming out now. Let's go ahead and roll that. This is more than enough to destroy the second wood golem, saving our team from any ill damage. And now we found some treasure. Let's see. It says this was room number 5. Now there's no gold treasure, but we do get a total of 50 XP from killing the 2 wood golems. And we get a shield +1 and a winged helm +1. To know what a winged helm is, we're actually going to have to go to the Dragon Slayer rulebook, because Greg Gillespie wrote this book using his own, actually Labyrinth Lord, but he now has his own system which will explain this a lot more clearly. So we need a winged helm +1. We have the winged helm of Halgrit. This helmet allows the user to levitate once per day, as per the 5th level magic user spell. Wow, that's cool. The wearer also receives a +1 bonus to his or her armor class. Amazing. Oh my goodness. The ability to levitate and have a bonus to your AC. This is good. We can see Elric already has a shield of +1, so we're going to give him the winged helm, giving him the ability to fly. So we have a flying elf. That will drop his AC to 0. We love Thack 0. Boop, boop, boop. And over here, Godfrey doesn't actually have a shield yet. He's been in the game for so long. We're going to give him the shield +1. This will drop him to 2 AC. This dude is an absolute tank. Now, let's go back here and take a look at how long we've been moving through here, because we forgot to do that. So there was 10 minutes here exploring around, 10 minutes using the pool. Then we came over to room number 2. That's another 10 minutes. Then we came over here, explored around. This is already 1 torch with almost 3 random monster checks. We're at 50 minutes so far. So let's go ahead and roll 2 random monster checks. We again have hit another random monster check. This is getting exciting. What will we hit this time? Let's roll a d6 and find out. 5. In the lower barrows, we have a d6 of giant toads. There are 2 giant toads. Now, when maybe they've come down into the hole to see what all the commotion is. How do they feel about us? They are very hostile. They're hungry, and they see Buckleberry. They want to eat him. It doesn't tell us what kind of giant toads, but we do have these chameleon toads, which it says forest, dark dungeons. They're going to get a bonus to their surprise. So I think that this one makes more sense than like frost toads. Chameleons make more sense because we're in a dungeon and it says that they get a bonus. So let's go with that. They get a bonus to their surprise. They're very hostile to us. They surprise on a 1 and a 3. We are surprised. They are not. They have Thaco 17, again 11 hit points, a d4 plus 1 point of damage, attacks up to 15 feet away on a hit, up to dwarf size, is dragged into the mouth and bitten. Swallow whole. A natural 20 attack roll indicates a small victim is swallowed. Inside the toad's belly, suffer 1d6 damage per round. May attack with sharp weapons at -4 to hit. The body digests in 6 turns after death. So they have the sticky tongue they can use to attack and pull the person in, but it really only works on the little guys. And so those both attacks are going to be against Buckleberry because he's the only person small enough to eat. Oh no, we have a dog as well. Okay, so let's actually do this. 1 goes for the dog, 1 goes for Buckleberry. Here we go. We have 2 pretty cruddy attacks, to be honest with you. AC 8 and AC 9, that is not going to hit either of my team. So we're really lucky there in that they didn't quite do anything too scary. Now we're going to go to the top of the round. We go first with our 3. We're glad to see that because we can see that our little team members are in a lot of danger. And so now we're going to make some attacks. We have 1 ranged attack. That's not going to do it. An 8 plus 2 is a 10 to hit. 10 to hit is just not there on an AC 7 creature. Now we need at least a 12. Okay. Pandaloom is being selfish. He's not going to get invested in this fight. And so we have our war dog. We've got the front melee guys. Let's see actually if Buckleberry can use his his ability to hide to get him to have a successful attack. It's still only a 1 in 6 chance. He's unable to do that, but his attack is magical. We're all going to charge forward. Maybe we can get some blows on this thing. Okay, we have some very solid hits. All right, everybody hits except for Hughie, our cleric. So we have 2 d4 damage, a d8 damage, another d8 damage, and a d6. We're gonna split this up. So these 2 are attacking the first target, these 2 are attacking the second. Let's roll this up. All right, we have 6 plus 7, that's 13, 14, 15 with the damage modifier. So that is more than enough to destroy 1 of the toads. And then over here we have, much lower, much worse. We have 3 and another 5. Yeah, so for a total of 8 damage. That is not enough to destroy the toad. So we will have another round of combat. It looks like it's a tie, so we're gonna roll again. We're gonna go first and we'll have our ranged attack. That is a miss, and then again, we're gonna swarm on this last target. This should be enough for us to win. We have 2 natural ones, womp, womp, womp. But This is a miss as well. So we have a d6 and 2d4 of damage coming through. But we have already injured this thing so much, there's really no number that we could roll that isn't enough to destroy it. So the war dog Bones just jumps on this thing, starts ripping it, and as he like pulls the frog's head back, Buckleberry slices its throat, and its tongue flops around and lolls. We have been doing really well with our combats, and all of these combats have been very balanced, which is lucky for us, but it means that we're adventuring at around the right level for this team. Maybe a little bit overpowered with Godfrey, but that's okay. So with these giant toads, these chameleon toads, we are going to get a little bit of XP. We're going to get another 50 XP, but man, we would love to see some gold. We have not seen any gold yet on this adventure. We're going to come up into our last room here. We have to unlock the door. It is locked. I do need to mark that. Okay, so let's see if we can do it on a 5 first we want to know, is there anything waiting for us? 1 or 2? We can hear what's ever in room 3. Then, can we unlock the door? We do. Is it trapped? We can find a trap if it's there, and it does say that there is a trap. Opening this locked door will set off a trap. So we find the trap. Now let's see if we can disarm it on a 5 through 1. We can disarm it. We can get through very safely. And we will see that there's 99 burial alcoves set in the walls of this room. They contain a chainmail shirt +1, a bag of 45 gold, and a potion of extra healing. Okay, to get through 99, we need 10 men, but we have 6. So it's 2 turns. Yeah. Is anything coming? No. No. Okay, so we spend the time. We're on halfway through our second torch, but we do get all of that treasure. Now, who would like to wear chainmail +1? Chainmail gives AC 5, but chainmail +1 would give AC 4. That's not gonna be as good as what our team is already wearing. I don't think anybody wants that. So this is a situation actually where we would sell it. What is he rocking? He's got plate mail. Yeah. So I think in this scenario, we're going to sell that magic item and divide that treasure up amongst other players. There are other adventuring groups out here, and chainmail is going to sell for quite a bit, especially if it's magical. There's always a team who's going to need it. And now we have another door here that is locked. First, we're going to listen in. We don't hear anything. Can we unlock the door? We actually can, just barely. Is it trapped? If there is, we'll find it. So there are 8 single, this is room 4. The wooden door to this chamber is swollen shut. Inside are 2 sons of Gax. Oh, I think those are mean dudes. There's no treasure. Okay, so we won't be surprised. Even though we didn't hear anything with Buckleberry, we will smell the undead, and Sons of Gax are undead. But we don't know there's no treasure in here until we open the door. So we're gonna have to go in. You know, that's just the way it goes. So since we know that these guys are undead, we could prepare ahead of time and have like a turn undead just ready to rock and a magic missile just ready to launch right away. Because I feel like the dog is telling us, he's doing that little like scratch thing, like they're in there. So we can prepare spells and have a little confidence and know that, you know, we're gonna be able to hit something. So we do have hit die 3. That's not great. They do 2d4 damage. They save as a fighter level 4. This hideous, rotting, undead creature looks like grisly cadavers infested with wiggling rot grubs that squirm in and out of its flesh. Oh, that's terrible. They attack with their fists for 2d4 points of damage. With each hit, there's a 10% chance that the victim will contract a flesh-eating disease. Every 2 months, permanently lose 2 constitution points until death at 0. This disease can only be reversed magically via Cure Disease. We actually don't have Cure Disease yet because we need a cleric that can cast 3rd level spells. And right now, Augustus Penton, the leader of our entire campaign, is only level 5. So he's got a while to go. Moreover, with each hit, rot grubs may 50% burrow into the body of a struck character. If so, consult the entry for rot grubs for more information. If the rock grub kills the character, it will rise in 1d3 days as a son of or daughter of Gax. These undead radiate an aura of fear for 40 feet. Any living being that enters the aura must save versus spells or flee in fear as the 4th level. So, okay, so this is really bad. Sons and daughters regenerate 2 hit points per round even after being reduced to 0 hit points. They can only be destroyed permanently by holy water, acid, or fire. Now, we've never seen any of this before. The sons and daughters of Gax are treated as 5 HD creatures on the turn undead table. Oh man. But you know what I'm thinking? We actually have a cleric with strength of will, which I think gives us everybody a bonus to their save. And Godfrey is immune to disease. So what I'm thinking is, yeah, they can only be destroyed permanently with fire. We have to try. So they can only be, they turn as a level 5. These dudes are tough. So we're not surprised, they're not surprised. Who is up first? All right, they are up first. That's not good for us. They're gonna come into our radius, and now let's look at the effects of this strength of will feature that a knight possesses. Knights are immune to all supernatural fear effects. From 3rd level, companions within 10 feet of the knight gain a +2 bonus on saving throws against fear effects, and retainers and mercenary, they also would get that. But we don't have a level 3 knight, so it will only be our main guy, Elric, in the front line, who will be able to resist this fear. He might be the only person who can fight these things. Let's see what happens. So they're going to come forward and they're going to get their attacks in. One's gonna go for Godfrey, one's gonna go for Elric. Okay, the one against Elric actually is a very solid strike, but with Elric's 0 armor class, it is unable to hit. So he brings his shield up, which is gonna keep him safe from getting rot grub burrowed. Now, everyone needs to make a save here or they're going to run away in fear. So it says any living being that enters the aura must save versus spells or flee in fear. Elric does not need to make that save. He is immune to that check. Within 40 feet, that's everybody else. So let's try to save versus spells here. He does get a +1 to this. He saves. He's gonna stay and fight. Let's see. Save versus spells. Oh, you know what? Buckleberry, he has the resistance to fear that all halflings get, so he's gonna get a +4 to this. +1, so actually it's +5 to his check is not enough. Buckleberry's like, nah man, I'm out of here. We have Parman at a +1 with his ring of protection. Parman's out. He's like, no dude, no, not gonna happen. And then Pandaloom is just at a flat 15. Pandaloom's out. And Hughie, the cleric, will have a total of +6 to this check. 8 + 6 is 14. That is still not enough. So our team is, and then the war dog, sorry. We also have Bones. How's Bones gonna do? He needs a 16. Yeah! Bones will stay and fight as well. So we have our 3 frontline melee guys. I think everybody's gonna start running. We're gonna do a retreat, I think. So first we need to make our attacks. Maybe we can just mess these things up. Not bad, not bad. So with this, we have, that's a 12. A 12 hits AC 5, so that is enough to hit this creature. 8 is not enough. Oh no, 8 is exactly what we need for our war dog. So we actually do have 3 hits here. Not bad, not bad. So we're gonna try to destroy one of these things. Oh man, we're going to blow this thing up. Let's take a look. How many hit points does the first one have? 10 and 9. Okay, so we are able to destroy one with just Godfrey by himself. And then we have 6 plus 2 is 8, plus another 5 is enough to destroy the second one as well. Actually, we rip these things apart, we see there's no treasure, and we just leave. Now these things are going to reanimate, but we won't even know because there's no treasure to even loot. It would take us 2 seconds. We look around the room, we're like, okay, there's nothing here. Let's just go. The rest of our team, they ran out and they are up on the surface. The army is with them now, calming them down. And so we are going to move away from barrow number 14. It is fully uncovered and resolved It's 3 o'clock. We can head over here to the covered mound. Our team needs time to relax. They're spooked. The only thing that's like keeping them under control is like the fact that they're surrounded by an army right now. So we're going to come over to barrow number 23, and we are going to uncover this one as well. 3d4 plus 4. You know, actually, the guys could have been just digging that up while we were down here for like 2 hours. And so it will take 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 hours, but we can reduce it by 10 down to just 2 hours of digging. So while we were doing that, they're wrapping up over here, uncovering this barrow. Do they encounter anything in that 2 hours, the men-at-arms? They do not. And so now barrow 23 is uncovered. As we come out, we spend actually the last 10 minutes of, or 20 minutes of that hour, calming our team down and getting ready to go back in at 4 o'clock. The barrow of beetles. A 10-foot long staircase descends into a round 50 by 50 foot room. 3 giant boring beetles have tunneled into this crypt and made a nest. Can we scare this thing away? There are 3 of them. Let's see how they react to us. 6, they're mostly neutral to us, but when we invade their space, we're gonna try to shoo them away. And so we're gonna be aggressive to them. They're gonna fight. I was really hoping for a high roll here where they would just like kind of flee, but we're not gonna be lucky. Okay, so I can't find a stat block for giant boring beetles, but it does give us all the information we need here. They are AC 3, they're 5 hit die, they have 38, 32, and 28 HP respectively. They do 5d4 damage, so these guys are tough, but they're protecting a lot of magic and gold and treasure, and so we want it, and we will have to go fight for this. What we need to know is, are we surprised? Are they surprised? We are going to be in fighting formation, and so hopefully we can defend ourselves against these things. 5 HD creatures are tough. They are surprised. We are not. So we are going to come in. Maybe we can break their morale. We will use the giant beetle morale. If we can destroy one of them, maybe we can scare the rest of them away. Let's look at the beetles. Morale 7. Okay, so here we have oil beetles at morale 8. Over here we have tiger beetles at morale 9. Let's take the middle and go with 8. Okay, so let's try to destroy one of these things with a surprise round, and then we can, maybe we can just make the other 2 just run away. So we come in a blast, and they're surprised, so we can actually prepare a spell. That's awesome for us. So how about we prepare Magic Missile, and then we're gonna have the rest of our team moving along. So let's see, can he be sneaky? He's not, so he won't receive the backstab benefit, but we are gonna just come in, just smashing and crashing through these things. We could prepare the spell Chromatic Orb using heat. Let's do that. Let's actually blind. Using the light spell, we can blind one of these creatures. So it will get to save versus spells. As a 5 HD creature, that means that it will need a 14 on the die to save versus spells. It does not do it. So we are gonna blind one of them just straight out the gate. And now we have our war dog, our thief, our melee guys. Let's go. Oh yeah, we have a natural 20. That's pretty solid. The rest of these are not so great. AC 3, that's not gonna do it. So we only have 1 hit, but hey, you know, one of them's blinded, one of them's hit. Oh, we also have the magic missile too. So let's roll that. It's a D6 plus 1. I always roll 1 or 2 with the magic missile. I don't know why that is. Let's go. There it is, 1. Okay, so we have 2 damage from magic missile, and we have a total of 9 damage from the sword. So we did 11 damage. One of the creatures is blind. He cannot see, no idea what's going on around him. And so now we're gonna go to the top of the round. Oh, and, actually, we did have their armor class reduced by 2, so it was a 5. A 5 was enough for our Buckleberry to hit. So let's roll that real quick. Okay, 4 plus 2, another 6. So that's 17 damage on one of them, but these things have 38 hit points, 32, and 28. These things are beefy, beefy boys. But the first one does have an AC 5, the other 2 have AC of 3. But one of those is blinded off in the corner. We're not worried about him. We want to kill the guys who can see. And so now we're going to go to the top of the round. We have a tie, so we're going to have to re-roll that. A tie. Come on. Okay, we're going to go first. All right, so we are going to do another magic missile, obviously, because we need to hit these things, and the only way we can do that is with guaranteed attacks. And you know what? Let's go ahead and do the second chromatic orb on the second dude. Let's see, can he save versus spells? He does, so that one actually doesn't work. Okay, let's roll our attack rolls for the team. We need to hit AC 5. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 7? Really? Come on. Oh, that's terrible. Now, does 7 hit AC 5? No, it only hits AC 10. So we have, again, 1 hit. This time, it's a D8 plus 2. We have 6 more damage on the first one. He's taken 23 damage. This is terrible. Magic missile damage. Hey, we got 6 damage. Finally did something to it. Okay, so that is 29 damage. We are still 9 points away. We have 2 attacks that these creatures can make. One will be against Elrandon. One will be against Godfrey. This attack is at a -2, making it an 11. An 11 hits AC 4. We have 2 misses. Thank goodness. Going to the top of the round, we're out of spells. Parman is out of spells, and so is Pandaloom. So now we're just going to be doing our attacks, regular attacks. We have another tie. Okay, we're up first again. Very cool. So we have a ranged attack, and then we have all of our melee attacks. Again, Pandaloom is chaotic and selfish. He's not going to be making any attacks. Much better this time. Let's see, did he pull off his sneak? No, he did not. I don't think he's ever going to do that. All right, so all of this is against AC 5. We have 3 very successful hits. Not bad. All right, very cool. That's 8 damage. That's another 8 damage. So we do 8 damage. That's enough to destroy the first one. Then we do another 8 plus 4. Not bad. Okay, so 12 on the second. It's their turn. Can they get a morale check? 8 or under, they stay. 9 or higher, they flee. They are running. They burrow into the darkness. We're going to get the XP for destroying one of them, and we're going to get all of this treasure. There's new spells here. There's a bunch of gems of varying sizes, emeralds of varying sizes. This is 750, 250. It's already over 1,000. That's excellent. We are going to wrap it up for this team, and then we're going to switch angles over to the main team, who is exploring the area of gargoyles inside Barrow Maze. All right, let's switch frames a little bit and move over to the A team, our highest level crew, and they're adventuring over here in the Barrow Harpies lair, their former lair. We extended into here to see what was going on, and it was full of gargoyles. And so we're going to continue that adventure, but if we look over here, we can see there's a trapped door, and we're not about to let that stand. So here's what we're gonna do. We have our team here. We have Dirk, Augustus, Elrandon has moved up to the A team, Gustav has moved up to the A team, our dwarf thief. We have Fingers McGonagall, our highest level thief, Kristoff, our chaotic magic user, and in the back we're going to have Chandler, who will be offering healing support to the back crew. We have 2 thieves, and so our 2 thieves are going to make a check to see if they can disarm this door to see like what's behind it. We can hear there's some kind of chaos happening on the other side. We want to know what's going on back there. So both Gustav and Fingers have a 5 out of 6 chance of success. They both succeed, and so they're working together as a team to unlock and detrap this door. What is going on in this room that is just trapped right here next to our lair? We can't have that kind of exposure. What's going on? We can see an excellent depiction of what's happening. It's the Harpies. We found their leader, Voltrix. A great set of double doors enters into this crypt. The leader of the barrow harpies, a particularly despicable female named Vultrix, has made this crypt into her personal throne room. She prefers to lie in a semi-reclined position atop the sarcophagus in the eastern portion of the room. So maybe we even catch her off guard because we've been there for a week. She knows she's trapped in there, and maybe like after about a week she lets her guard down at a certain point. So maybe we can actually surprise her. She's AC 2, which is pretty powerful, 36 hit points. She's stronger and more agile than the others. She wields a longsword +1 flame tongue and a shield +2 in battle. Vultrix is guarded by 2 strong barrow harpy males. We have AC 4 and 28 and 28. Okay, they have tridents. There's also 6 barrow harpies that serve as her attendant at arms, at longswords. Okay, I think we're gonna go with sleep here. There's also 2 giant vultures. Oh man, yeah, maybe we can drop some of these. Yeah, maybe we can drop some of these people down before they even can do anything to stop us. All right, so we're going to try to open the door and see what's on the other side. Can we get the surprise round on them? Oh, we're not gonna be surprised. Only they can be surprised. They are not surprised, and so we're going to combat. We're up first. I think sleep is the way to go. Like we said just a moment ago, we're just gonna put everybody to sleep. We come in, boom, sleep, and see how much of an advantage that's gonna give us. There's other things we can do as well, like hold person, which we have 2 clerics that can cast hold person. That's pretty powerful. So between sleep and hold person, let's see what we can do. So there is no save in the sleep spell. It's just how many of these creatures can we hit. So we can't do the barrow harpy lieutenants, but we can do the giant vultures and the normal barrow harpies, okay? And so let's see how many hit points of creatures we can get. So with the feature of 2d8 hit dice of creature 4 HD or less, we're gonna be able to hit a bunch of the barrow harpies, and then whatever's left over will go towards the vultures. It has to start with the weakest first. Hold person, this tells us that it causes 1 or more human, demi-human, or human-like monsters. I think barrow harpies are like humans. 1d4 individuals in the group are targeted. It requires them to save versus spells, or they are paralyzed. So I think with the hold person, we're gonna throw that at the 2 lieutenants. So let's first roll the 2d8 to see how many get put to sleep. All right, we have 7 HD of creatures that are gonna be put to sleep. The barrow harpies, there are a total of 6, and so these are each 2 hit die creatures, and so we can get 3 of them down. They have to hit the 3 of the weakest first, so there's still a 19, an 18, and a 17 still up. Then we have our hold person. We have 2 people that can cast that, and so they get to save versus spells. Since they're 4 HD creatures, that means to save versus spells, so I can hit a D4 of targets with this hold person. I can hit 2. Now, they each need a 14 on the die to save versus the hold person effect. Neither of them succeed, okay? And then we also have another cleric in the back who's going to cast against 3 targets. That's the other 3 harpies that we can get, and they will have a chance to save. So these are 2 HD creatures, and so they need a 16 on the die to succeed. We have, 2 of them actually save. 1 of them gets held. So what we have now is we have 2 giant vultures with AC 6 and HP of 13 and 16. And we have 2 remaining barrow harpies that have AC 4, HP 18 and 17, plus Vultrix, the leader of this group. Now, she's a whole different thing. She's 36 hit points, but her AC is 2. So she's tough, but I think that we can do it. We get the drop on them, we get the first round of spells off, and now let's do some ranged attacks. We have all of those stats written down. I think we're ready to go. For ranged attacks, we only have 1. It's fingers. Let's see if we can take out one of the barrow harpies, the lieutenants. Oh, we're gonna miss drastically. Oh, that's terrible. But now we have a bunch of melee. We have Dirk doing melee. We have El Randon with the Staff of Growing that he took off of the corpse of Ruby May. Too bad, too sad. And then we have Gustav also in the second rank using the spear, the +1 spear that we recovered. And so that's 3 attacks. We have the orange, the green, and the blue. Here we go. Let's see how we do. Oh no, that's terrible use of the first round. What? What is this trash? What is this garbage? Okay, not great, but we had to get these really crappy rolls out of the way. It's now their turn. They have bows that they can use. Their creatures can fly, so we're gonna have a lot of attacks coming in. They have 4 assistants, and then we'll do Voltrix by herself. So how about this? Let's do blue and red are vultures, green and yellow are harpies. Okay, so they did better than we did. One of the harpies and one of the vultures are going to hit. Now, who do they want to target? They have a lot of potential targets. We're going to use our marching orders to see who is attacked. 4 and 7 are attacked. So Gustav is attacked, and so is Chandler. Okay, so what do we have here? We have 18 on the die is not enough to hit Chandler, and a 16 on the die. Is that going to be enough to hit Gustav? With the AC 5? Let's see. It is. So our boy Gustav, our thief, he's got AC 5. He's got 20 hit points because he is a dwarf, and he does have a really good constitution modifier. So let's see how much damage he's going to take. Yeah, it's going to do a d6 +1 to him. He has 20 hit points. He's going to be okay. He takes 4 hit points. He's at 16. Now it's Voltrix's turn. She attacks with a +1 flame tongue sword. So I don't even know what that does. I figure it's going to do extra fire damage, but let's go ahead and just roll her attack to see if we need to look it up now or not. A 4, we don't need to waste our time looking it up right now. If it comes up next round, we'll see. Speaking of next round, top of the round, we have a lot of people who are disabled. I think we're going to go for another round of spell casting, and so we're going to try to paralyze using the hold person feature. We're going to try to paralyze those 2 barrow harpies. One of them's down, one of them is not. One of them saves. All right, and then we have, do we have another sleep spell? Did we prepare 1 or 2? I always write down these details on the character sheet. No, we only have the 1. Ooh, but we could cast haste. I like that. Let's cast haste, giving everybody on my team 2 attacks instead of 1. So let's see who's going to go first. Oh no, the harpies are going to go first. Okay, so they could try to interrupt my spell casting here, and I think that they would. Like, I know that I would try if I were going to play strategically. I would be aiming for the teams who are doing spell casting. So let's say we have 2 bow and arrow attacks coming at Chandler. At Augustus. Oh, neither of these are going to hit. His spell will go off. Then we have 2 vulture attacks coming at Kristoff. This could be it though, because Kristoff only has AC 10. Oh, let's see, AC 10, that is gonna hit. Yeah, they're both gonna hit. If they both roll 5s and 6s, Kristoff is dead. Or he's dying, he'll go into dying. Okay, so that's 5 + 1 + 1, so he takes 7 damage. His spell, haste, is interrupted. He is at 5 hit points. So haste is not going to go off. These creatures can fly over the top ranks. They can protect each other. But one of the hold persons will go off. Oh, we also need to do another round of hold person on that last guy. It was only 1, but both of them fail. So both of the barrow harpies are now locked down, held person. They are no longer going to be useful. We have 2 vultures and Voltrix left. We've been using a lot of our spells, but we haven't used the Staff of Power, which I feel like last session we really leaned on it like a crutch, and that didn't feel very good. I want to still use it when I need it, but not just be like everything is solved and resolved by the Staff of Power. So now we're going to go into melee. We do have our ranged attack here, so let's do that real quick. Again, no, it's not going to work. Now we're going to go to melee. Oh, wow, these are terrible rolls again. Let's see, do we hit these? Oh, this is just garbage, man. Let's see if we can hit these vultures. Oh, man. Okay, let's see, +3, so we have a 13 to hit. 13 to hit hits AC 4. That does strike the vulture. How about 9? A 10 is not gonna do it. 10 is only gonna hit AC 9. So we have one hit. It's a D8 +2 damage, +3 damage. Oh man, come on. Oh. Okay, so we do 5 damage to one of the vultures. It's now the top of the round. Can we please get initiative? What can we prepare spell-wise? We could web them to the ground. I think that's what we're gonna declare. We're gonna declare web to the ground to try to root these guys in the back so they can only attack our frontline team. So that's what we're gonna declare. Let's see who goes first. Ah, hey, we're gonna go first. Okay, so web is gonna go off, and now we're gonna root these vultures and vultrix to the ground so we can stop them from flying and biting the people in our back. With web, there's going to be a saving throw. Let's look up the stats. 48 turns. It conjures a many-layered mass of sticky threads blocking a 10-foot cubed area. Creatures caught in the web become entangled among the gluey fibers. Entangled creatures can't move. Flammable. The strands of the web are flammable. Oh, but she has a flame-tongued sword. She could burn her way out. And be destroyed by fire in 2 rounds. All creatures caught in the flame suffer 1d6 points of damage, though. Breaking free requires a strength. Depends on the strength. Normal humans, this creature breaks free in 2d4 turns. Okay, so it would be in the 2d4 turns. So how long are they glued? Let's find out. For 4 turns. But I think Vultrix on her turn, she's gonna try to burn her way out. She's gonna hurt everybody a little bit, but it'll allow them to attack the backline guys again. So, since we're actually first for once, that feels really good. We do get that 1 spell off, and then the rest are gonna be melee. Chandler and Augustus gonna be in red. So first let's do, we need to do our ranged attack. 10 plus, he has a pretty good modifier. Let's see, how's Fingers gonna do here? +3, that's a 13 on the die. A 13 on the die is gonna hit AC 4. That will hit the vulture. Let's do some damage against this vulture. Let's get it down. Oh, only 1 point of damage. It still has 7 hit points. Next up, we've got our team. So let's do Chandler. He's got a pretty good, he has a pretty good mace. He has a +2 mace. And so let's roll that one first. Okay, we have a hit. So we have +2 to the damage, and Chandler has no strength modifier, so it's just 4 total damage. The vulture is still standing. It has 3 hit points. Now, the rest of the team is gonna go after the other vulture, okay? Everybody's gonna target this guy. Let's get him down. What is happening with these dice? We do have a hit here. This is a hit as well. Nope, it's a 12, that's not a hit. Oh man, you've gotta be kidding me. We only have 1 hit against the second vulture for 5 damage. It has 11 hit points left. Not great at all. All right, Vultrix is gonna take her turn burning the webs. Everyone is gonna take 1, 3, and 1 damage. So she takes 1 vulture takes 3, which is exactly what he needed to die, and then the other one is gonna take another 1 point of damage. So we have a vulture and Vultrix. The vulture is gonna make his attack. He is going to be burned free, and so he's going to hit. Who does he want to hit? Somebody in the back, probably. Number 3 is El Randon. El Randon. That is a hit against El Randon for 6 points. El Randon is at 4 HP. We keep El Randon around. He is not a bad guy. He's been around for a while, but it never got that many hit points. All right, now we're going to the top of the round. We are up first. We don't have any spells left that we need to do. We could heal, but I think it's more important we just bring these creatures down. We have to destroy them. So, ranged attack up first. Come on, Fingers, do something. That is a hit for 1 point of damage. We need magical bows, man. That's what we really need, magical bows and crossbows. Now we've got melee. First, Chandler with a +2. Natural 20. Oh yeah, 8 damage. That is not quite enough to bring down the vulture. It is still up with 1 hit point. And then the rest of the team, we're going to break them into... All right, here we go. Again, not spectacular. Lots of low rolls, but here and here we do have a little bit more damage, okay? So we have a d6 plus 1. This is the spear that our dwarf is carrying. Oh, it's actually a d6 plus 2 because the strength bonus. That's enough to destroy the vulture. Now, we have an 18 on the die with Augustus. Augustus has a plus 1 mace. That's a 19 on the die. That is enough to hit AC2. All we needed was a 15. So we are gonna do d6 plus 1 against Vultrix. We do 3 points of damage against Vultrix. She's at 4 damage, but she has 36 total hit points. Not good. And now it's Vultrix's turn. Let's see if we need to see. What are you gonna do, Vultrix? Like, do we need to look up your sword? We don't. Not with these numbers, it's not enough. She's no longer rooted. She is burning a little bit. She took a little bit of fire damage. We're gonna go to the top of the round here, and let's see if we can just put her down. We have so many people. Are there any spells we wanna cast? We did have a magic missile, right? No, we don't. Nope, that's it. Okay, we're just gonna have to go to melee now. Oh, but she's up first. She's gonna make her attack. 15, now we need to know, who does she try to strike? Number 1 is our main guy, Augustus. Augustus has an AC of 0. Let's see what she needs with a 15 on the die. Plus 1 for the sword. She can hit a -1. She is able to strike. So we need to pause for just a second and figure out, what does a flame tongue sword do? A +1 flame tongue sword. This red-bladed sword grows in power, subject to the opponent's type. The sword has a +1 bonus, but strengthens to +2 versus regenerating monsters. No, that's not our guys. +3 versus cold using, no. Inflammable or avian, no. And finally a +4 versus undead. When the sword wielder speaks the command word, typically carved on the blade, the sword ignites in flame. The flame sheds the equivalent of torchlight and ignites flammable material. So we have a d8 plus 1. 7 damage on Augustus. This is old damage, so we're at 14. Not great, but now our team gets to act. We have a ranged attack against this AC2 creature. Miss, not good. We have our +2 Chandler attack. 16 plus 2 is an 18. Can Chandler hit with an AC? Can Chandler hit AC2 with an 18? He can, yes. Okay, so we're gonna have a d6 plus 2. 5 damage on Vultrix. On top of the 4, that's 9 of the 36. We're doing okay. Now we have a bunch of attacks coming out. Let's get the purple out of the way. Let's bring everything else in. We're not gonna be doing any healing just yet. Okay. We need a good victory here. Let's go. We are doing damage now. This is a d6 plus 1. Then we have our d4 plus 1. This is a 15 with the +1 modifier. And so Augustus hits, that's a d6 plus 1. This is an 11, this is not enough to hit. d4 plus 1. All right, here's our damage. All of these are +1, so we're just gonna say +4 to whatever we roll. Typical. I got 2 1s. That's 5, 8, 9. 9 plus 4 is 13 damage on top of the 9 that we already did, bringing it to 22. Still has 14 hit points left. And now we go to the top of the round. Who's gonna go first? Hopefully it's us and we can just put this girl down. It is us. So we got our ranged, and we're also gonna do the Chandler's attack, because we have 2 red characters in our group, and so we need to separate Chandler from Augustus. Let's see. Hey, that's very solid. We have a hit here, so that's a +5 damage on top. Vultrix is at 9. Now, everybody else gets to go. Another 5 attacks. We can do this. We only need 9 hit points of damage. Somebody needs to hit. Natural 1. What is happening here? All right, okay. We have a d4 and a d6 Both of those are +1. Is it possible to kill her? Yes, let's do it. Not with 5 damage, come on. All right, she's gonna make her attack. Let's see who she's gonna hit. A 12 is pretty solid. Let's see who her target is. It's a 13 on the die against character number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's Fingers McGonagall, AC 3. That does hit Fingers, guys. A 13 on the die. Let's verify, because this could be Fingers' death. All right, we have a 5 hit die creature. Gets a 13 on the die, that hits AC 2. Fingers only has AC 3. This is a D8 plus 1 point of damage. This could put him into dying. It does. He is at -1 hit points. Now, we are using the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons rule, death at -10, not at 0 like in OSE. We're also using some of the spells and other mechanics from AD&D, and so if you're wondering why he's not dead, it's because we are using Advanced Dungeons & Dragons rules, not OSE. So he is at -1. He will be taking -1 point of damage every turn until he's dead or healed. But it is the top of the round. We are going to cast Healing, Cure Light Wounds on him, and let's go to swing. It's a tie, we're gonna re-roll that. Tie, we're gonna re-roll. Okay, we are up first. Chandler is going to cast 6 healing on Fingers, putting him back to full, but he is disabled for the next week, unable to do anything other than barely stumble along. And that leaves us with 5 attacks that we can make. Let's finish this. The 12 might do it. Let's see. Let's look at Dirk Cold Breath. When he gets a 12 on the die, he can hit AC 5. That is not enough. We do have a 16 plus 1, so a 17 on the die is exactly what we need. This is a D4 plus 1 point of damage. We need, she has 4 hit points. Can we do it? 3 hit points. Okay, let's do a morale check. She's at 1 hit point. Will she stay and fight? Or will she surrender? 8. Let's look at Voltrix to see, will she surrender? Nope, she's gonna stay and fight. Okay, and she has her turn. 7 plus 1 is 8. That's not gonna be enough to hit my team. We're too armored up. We're gonna go to the top of the round. She's gonna go first. She's gonna miss again. We are going to unload on her now. Come on, let's finish this. Let's make this quick. First, we've got Chandler. 17 is a hit. That is enough to destroy her. Whoa. We can now go around the room crushing and eliminating each of these creatures that have been paralyzed. Wow. That was a brutal battle, but we do get a lot of XP. That was tough, but we have a bunch of treasure. We're gonna let the troops carry all of this out because it's right there next to our base, and so we're gonna let them just kind of load it up. It's not substantial. There's really nothing spectacular about it. In total, it's like 38 gold and copper pieces, 536 in silver, and in EP it's about 2,000. Yeah, it's about 2,000. It's a little shy of that. But what's really good is we have here a shield +2 and a longsword +1. A long flame tongue sword +1. So what we want to do now is see who could reap the benefits of this. So Chandler does not have any magic armor or shield. He could use that a lot, but he's not really a frontline guy. We have a +1 shield here. I think our main man, Dirk Cold Breath, he's lacking in some stats, so we're gonna give him the +2 shield. And we are gonna drop him down. Oh, actually he just goes to -1, so we can actually just keep that. He's at -1 AC. That is massive. Now, for the Flame Tongue Sword, do we want him to have that as well? We have this Astral Sword of the Dragon that we could distribute to maybe Fingers. He's not very great with melee. I say we give him the Flame Tongue. And then we sell off the astral dragon blade. We're gonna color in this room here. Now we can move our equipment and other things in here. We've basically more than doubled the space that we have for our troops to hold the fort. Now, last time we were going through over here, these rooms that are identical, we found a secret room. We didn't find this one, but I think that now that we've mapped the rooms that are identical, we're gonna go back and double check because it makes a lot of sense for this mirror effect to happen. So our team, while McGonagall is gonna be convalescing in this room for the next week, the rest of the team can continue on. And so we're going to check for treasure. Okay, and so we're gonna convert Chandler to the purple dye for the rest of the episode because we have 2 red dye and I need to get another set of red dye to differentiate between those two. But for now, all we need is a 1 on any of these to find the secret room. We do. Okay, it takes another 10 minutes. We're gonna check for random monster encounter. Nothing comes, and so we are going to open it up and see what is in this room. I actually looked ahead, and it is something very valuable. In the hidden room is a +2 longbow. So we're gonna have that go to our thief. Fingers McGonagall is gonna get it normally, but for right now, we're gonna give it to Gustav, but it will go to Fingers eventually. But Gustav can use it now in the interim to have a nice +4 to his attack roll and a +2 to the d6 of damage. So that's really cool. Now, we're gonna continue on exploring. We've now opened up that space. We knew there was, it just was too logical. There just had to be something there. We press back in here, avoiding the traps that we've already encountered. We come to this door. We can go 6 spaces on our turn. We get all the way up to this door, and then we're gonna take another 10 minutes to see, is there anything on the other side that we can hear? We don't hear anything, and now it's time for a random monster check. Nothing yet. We're gonna come through the door to 267 and find out what is inside. This crypt is now being used as a guard room. There are 3 gargoyles. AC 5. They do a bunch of attacks. They're here at all times. They have not bothered to knock down the bricked up wall to level A yet. We don't hear anything on the other side, so are we surprised on a 1 or a 2? We are. We are not surprised. So we come in, we see the gargoyles, we're anticipating, we go to smash. Will they be able to react faster than us? That's a tie. They do. Okay, so they're going to go first. There are a bunch of them in here. There are 3 of them, and they have a whole lot of attacks. Here's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna have 2 claw attacks at yellow. Then we'll have the blue be the bite and the red be the tail. First one is going to make his attacks nothing impressive enough to get through Dirk's brand new AC of -1. Next creature. Oh, he actually could try to, they could try to go for Augustus as well, but he has AC 0, so. All right, next round. Oh, we do have an attack that could hit. So let's look that up real quick. Does a 17, a 20 will hit, but does a 17 hit? Yes, a 17 does hit. So we have 2 claw attacks at a D3 each. Will this be against Augustus? No. Okay, so it's gonna be against Dirk, is always odd. Augustus is even. So we have 2 D3s, so let's divide these numbers by 2. All right, so we have 1 point and then 2 points of damage, so 3 points on Augustus. I'm sorry, on Dirk. Okay, 3 points on Dirk, not so bad. Now we have the next round of attacks. A 17 does hit, and that is a D6 of damage for 1 point of damage. Does a 14 hit though? A 14 does not. Okay, total of 7 damage on this guy. Dirk, he has taken some chunks. He is at 23 current hit points, but it's now our turn, and we're gonna give them a beatdown. We are going to retaliate, first with a ranged attack. Natural 20. 4 damage on the first gargoyle. He is at 15. And then we've got our melees. Here we go. Let's smash them up. Nice. We have a natural 20. We also have this 19 here. I think the 13 is it's a 15. Let's see, what is their AC again? They have AC 5. That is more than enough for Chandler to hit. He hits AC 2. Yeah, okay. Let's see if we can't put one of these guys down. Not great. So this is for 2 points. That's for 5. That's 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 damage is not enough. All 3 of them are still up. Can you believe it? Okay, well, we're gonna go to the top of the round. I think this time we just declare, do we wanna declare any attacks? No, I think we're gonna stick with our melee. We're doing fine with it. We're up first, that's really cool. Let's do the ranged attack. This magic bow is coming in handy because bam, we got another 5 damage. That is enough to destroy the first gargoyle, leaving all of our melee attacks open to focus down another one. Another one. Can we do it? Not great, not spectacular, but we do have 3 hits. So we have 2d6 and a d4. Let's add these up. Oh, sorry, that is the green d4. All right, let's see. Whoa, look at that. Okay, so that's 7 damage, that's 8. That's a total of 15. 16, 17, that is another gargoyle destroyed. And the last gargoyle, it is their turn. Terrible, terrible damage, terrible rolls. It's now the top of the round. We're gonna go first. We are going to beat the living junk out of these things. First, we got our ranged attack. Miss, not good. All right, let's finish this off. Let's get the treasure, and then I think we can call it for the day. We've gotten a lot of natural 20s, but that is the only one that's actually gonna do any damage. Let's see, 13 plus Chandler with a 13 on the die hits AC 4, but these guys have AC 5, so hey, that is a hit. So we need to do a total of 17 damage. It's not gonna have, 13 damage. It's possible, but unlikely. Okay, so we have 4 and 4, 8 damage, still has 5 hit points left. Going to the top. It's gonna go first. We gotta stop this thing from beating us up, man. We don't want it to hit us. Here we go. Come on, guys. Again, really bad, but the tail attack, the tail attack is gonna be a hit. Evens is Chandler. It's against, of course, it's against Dirk again. It's only for a d4 damage. 3 points again on Dirk. He's at 20 hit points. He's fine. He's a fighter. This is what they do. But now we're gonna take our turn. We have to finish this. Can we do it? That's a miss. And now 5 melee attacks. Not bad. Okay, we have some hits. That is enough. We destroy all of the gargoyles, and we're going to spend some time smashing down the bricked up wall here. It does take a round, so we'll need to roll. We're fine, no random encounter. We're gonna recover the treasure in little section A here. It says that there is a coffer with 2,080 EP. There's nothing else of value inside. It's okay, we had a big battle. We take out some of the treasure. We've pressed further in and eliminated 1 more room from the gargoyle's lair. And now we're going to retreat back and heal up our wounds. We will eventually clear out the entire gargoyle zone, but that is a tale for another episode. Guys, thank you for watching. Please hit like and subscribe. We're having a blast. Look at how much of this map we are uncovering. I know there's a lot that you guys can't see up here and down here, but we have a lot left to go on this adventure. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.